Hey guys, Tristan from Tuck Club Dozens here. Today we're going to be installing our integrated taillight, also a tucked mount on this 2021 Aprilia Tuono 660. So our system will also fit an RS660, as is the same tail. Should fit no problem. So what you're going to need for this install is our integrated taillight, our tucked mount, our optional plate light if you choose to run one, a ratcheting wrench with an extension, 10 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil Allen, T30, 10 mil wrench, and a JIS or a Phillips screwdriver. First thing we're gonna do is grab our key and remove our rear cowl back here. Remove that. And then remove the seat, set it to the side. Next thing we're gonna do is grab our ratcheting wrench with our 10 mil. This bolt here. This bolt down here. So once you have those bolts out, just fire this plastic piece up, set that to the side. Next thing you want to do, you're going to remove a bunch of Allen heads. Grab your 4 mil Allen. Remove this one, so these 4. Once you have those off, there are some silver screws right here, still 4 mil Allen. Remove these 4. Same thing on this side. And then lastly, you have these 2 black bolts that are right here on each side. And there's one more 4 mil Allen down here on each side. The other side. Like that. So once you have all those bolts out, we remove this black piece here. Just grab your fingers underneath the plastic, like that, and then just pry it like that. Slide this forward, sorry, slide it back, and then it should pop out. So I'll show you again on the other side. Grab your fingers underneath here till you release this front one. see right there. Slide the piece back, and then it releases these two tabs. So once you remove those two black bearings, it reveals two hidden bolts here. Again, 4mm Allen. And then the side fairing should pop out. Set that to the side. Same thing on this side. Move that bolt, the fairing should come off, and then this black centerpiece will be removed too. So once we remove the fairings, we're actually going to disconnect the tail light and the signals with the plate light. So this one here is the signals with the plate light. Just press down the tab there, pull. Here's the tail light, just move it off the little standoff. Pull up on this tab and slide out. So now that's free. You can start removing the tail. Grab your T30 and your 10mm wrench. It's your 10mm wrench. That's gonna have to hold these bolts from the top, just like that, while you loosen this one down below. Like that. Try not to drop the nut. You can grab that after. Same thing for the other side. Go from up top here. Get that wrench on there. And then using your T30, loosen that up. Go. And there's actually one more. It's up here. Tuck that threads into the actual subframe. It's really hard to tell. Actually, you can't see it on this side. Yeah, if you look under there, you can see it. There's no nut at the top. This one. Loosens. Make sure you're supporting the back tail. drop it down like that. Try not to lose that bolt. Just have it balance on the wheel like that, and then gently thread this white connector through. And there you have it, stock tail removed. So once you get the stock tail removed, make sure to remove those nuts that we left in the tail. Set those to the side. Now we're actually gonna remove the stock tail light. So we have three little Allens up top here. Set the bracket to the side. And then you also have two more bolts supporting the tail light on each side. Like that. And then tail light should just pull up in the back, feed the wire through gently. Right there. So now we have the stock tail light out. We're actually gonna need to transfer over all these clips and the grommets. So open your tail light here. Like this. Now you can compare it to the OEM one, where you can see stuff needs to be transferred. So these three clips right here, and then these two grommets. So these just the middle part comes out. And you just pinch it out. Just like that. I'll show you again. So slide it out like that, and then pinch the grommet out like that, and then these just slide off. Like that. There's some resistance, just work it with your way back and forth. There you go. Same thing with this one. There you go. So smaller ones go on the side here. Like that. Like that. And then this big one. So it goes from back here. Like that, just try to line up the holes so it's easier to thread the bolts through. Looks pretty good. Here we go. Get your grommet, pinch them through the hole. Just work them in like that, and then the metal sleeve goes from the outside in like that. So again, pinch, work it into back to a circle, sleeve through just like that. So now we've got everything transferred over. We can just slot the wires through here. Just like that, making sure that these grommets here go over the subframe points. Sometimes a little tricky. sure it's all in. Just trying to get this like that, making sure all the bolts are lined up. There we go. Grab all the bolts that we've removed. So the 2 long ones look like that, go on the sides. Grab your 3mm Allen. Don't tighten one side so you can get the other one started. There we go. Leave those loose and grab the little bracket that we removed. Like that. Install these little ones loose like that. The last 2. Like that. Verify everything looks good. Yep. Snug these down first. That. Snug this one. And then you can do the side ones. And there you go. So to get the taillight actually connected, we're gonna need this wiring harness that's in the stock tail. So grab your Phillips or your JS screwdriver, remove this one screw that's right here. This little cap. And then you'll see, feed that through, and then you'll see all the connections down here. This one, you can just slide off. And feed the wire through, like that. Press the little tabs down. Pull out. This one, grab this little tab right there. Pull up on it. Same thing this one, pull up on the little tab. And pull up. So once you get your harness out from the stock tail, you're gonna want to plug it in. So you're gonna want to feed this white connection back through right there, just to make some more room in the tail as it's really tight. Again, this only plugs in one way. So you hear a click, just leave that out of the way. Grab the brake light plug, plug it in. So you hear a click, put it back on the OEM post, right there. Try to clean up the wiring. Gonna feed these yellow and blue connectors through the little hole over here. That's trying to keep everything nice and tidy. Like that. Grab the harness here, and these plugs only go in one way. Just line up the tabs, so you hear them click, and click. So once you have everything connected, we're gonna test the tail light. So there's the running light, brakes, brakes, left, right, signal will brake, signal will brake. Looks like it's all working. So One thing before we start installing the plate light, if you want to remove these little shoulder bolts down here where the stock tail was, you're gonna need to remove this bolt like this. This goes for both sides. The other side I already did. Just remove that. Just put a little bit of pressure on the plastic piece here so you can slide it out, and then you can grab it from the top side here, just like that. Now if you choose to do that, you're just going to reinstall these bolts. Same thing on this side. Like that. Now grab your tuck mount, like that in the kit. Grab your OEM bolts that we took from the tail. So we're not going to use the one with the little lip that looks like that. We're going to use one of the flat ones like this. So we only need one. Grab your ratcheting wrench with your T30. Again, we're going to use the center bolt. It's up, way up there. It's hard to see. I'm going to snug it up until we can center the mount. So snug it. Just like that. Center it in the space here. That looks pretty good. Once you center it, hold it, snug it all the way. Just like that. Now that we have our mount installed, we can install our plate. If you choose to do so, this is the time to install your plate light. I have a separate video on that, so go watch that video and come back to this video if you choose to run one. So once you do that, just feed the wires through, feed them into the bike here. Just like that. Our kit comes with black bolts and nuts, but in this case, I'm going to be using our reflector bolts here. It's the exact same way to install. Like that. Like that, center it. And then snug them down. You might need a wrench for this to hold it back. And just like that. So now that your plate installed, you're going to want to feed your plate light wire through where we put the harness through, this little section right here. And then we're going to have to hook up the plate light. So I include these connections called posi taps. So what you're going to do is unthread the bottom section, go through this white connector here, which is our plate light plug. Put the wire through like that. Grab the top section and just tighten it down. That makes a nice solid connection. Same thing for the other wire. Enter at the bottom. Like that. Grab the top part. Snug it down. There you go. So once you have those connections, you're just gonna want to thread off the top part like that. So we're gonna start with the blue wire. The blue wire here, in this case, goes to the black wire on the Taillight. You just slide it top part like that, bottom it out, and then just thread that on. Snug that down, take a little tug, the wire shouldn't pop out. Same thing for the yellow wire. Yellow wire goes to the white wire on the plate light here. Push it down. Thread it on. Little tug to confirm. Once it's all connected, check your work. Plate light should be on. So now just tuck the wires like that. Just clean them up a bit, get them out of the way. Now we're ready for reassembly. And grab your back fairings here. We're just gonna wanna install them like that. I recommend grabbing these black little ones at the top here. Just to hold it on. Grab the other side, but at the same time, grab this black plastic piece, as you're not going to be able to get it in after. It goes through like that, under there, sits just like that. Grab this fairing, making sure it perfectly goes around the tail light here. Like that. Grab the other bolt. Like this. Snug up these ones. Just like that. So now you have these two bolts in. Grab the other two with the no shoulder. And just thread them in. Like that. And like that, grab this piece that we removed, just lay it into place. Grab your 10 mil with those two bolts that we removed, and they go in these two locations here. One, the other one goes up here. Next thing you do is grab black bolts with the shoulders. We're going to reinstall them right over here inside. That. Same thing on the other side. Just like that. Then you're gonna want to grab your side pieces here, like this. Slot these into this little slot that you see underneath the fairing. Press up. Get this underneath the tank like that, and then slide forward. So I'll re-show you on the other side. So here are these two tabs, two slots underneath the fairings here. Line them up, push them in, like that. Get the hook underneath the tank in the front, like that, and then slide forward. So once you have those black fairings in, you're gonna grab the two short silver bolts. These ones thread in to the sides here. That. Can't see. These all line up properly. Snug it up. Then grab these four last bolts. That are silver. This slot into these four bolts here. Just like that. Lastly, grab your last two block bolts with the shoulder and then reinstall them underneath there. Same thing on the other side. There you go. Last thing to do is grab your seat. Just lay it in there like that. Grab your passenger seat or your rear cowl. In this case, there we go. So that completes the install on this 2021 Aprilia Tuono 660. So let's go over what we installed today. So we installed our integrated taillight, our tucked mount, Also, our optional plate light here. Let's go over. Brakes, obviously running light. Rear brake works. Left signal, right signal, brake, left to brake. If you have any questions, contact me on Instagram, Facebook, or our contact forum, and enjoy the new look, guys.